All right. So I thought I'd compare some of the video frame interpolation models that are available in ComfyUI. And yeah, I imagine I would zoom in and slow-mo the results and see like in detail, like how do these models perform, like how good are the results, and maybe also see like how long they take, but I think I'm not going to measure stuff, maybe just subjectively. So yeah, I'm going to start my ComfyUI. I have a NVIDIA 4060 Ti. It's costs around $400 I think, and you can do a lot of stuff with it. It has 16 gigabytes of VRAM. So yeah, ComfyUI is a great UI for stable diffusion, and I started like this. First I activate the Python virtual environment, and then I usually started with no-hub so that I can actually, yeah, I do this because when I do it from remote, ComfyUI would crash when the SSH connection would crash. So I have this habit of starting it through with no hub, and then I can look at the logs like this. Okay, cool. So this is what it looks like. You probably know it. I'm going to load a workflow in which I have a stable video diffusion working. Oh, this is just for the interpolation. Well, I mean, yeah, that makes sense actually, to just take a video that I already have and interpolate that using different models. So the node I'm using here is called Comfy Frame Interpolation by Fanovel 16, and it comes with a couple of different options. So RIFE is one of them. Let's check. All the other options there are. So here, these are the frame interpolation nodes, or the different models that come with this package. And you can see that there's also GMFSS, IFRNet, IFUNet, M2M. Then this is the one that I tried before, FilmF, VFI, ZepConf, AMT, yeah, and then STMFnet and Flavor, VFI. Yeah, so there is no recommendation, I think, when to use which one, and just some workflows, how you can use it. So okay, here is some more information about the different models. For example, this GMFSS is meant for anime video. IFRNet, not sure. IFUNet, RIFE. So this is something using RIFE under the hood, it seems. Or something in connection. Let's look at this. What is it? IFU.net. RIFE with IFU.net, FusionNet and RefineNet. Okay, what is this? Guys, some more information, please. Okay, small targets. Ah, okay. It is for infrared stuff. Or is this something else? Infrared UNet and IFUNet. I mean, why would you try to video frame interpolate infrared images? Maybe there's a use case for this. But what is this? Issues. Okay, this is the GitHub repository we were looking at. No, I don't think it's. I think this infrared thing was something else. Because here it's also in the context of video generation, inference video, and you wouldn't generate infrared videos with stable video diffusion or any other kind of generative model. So I don't know what it is. IFUNet. IFR. RIFE with IFU. What is this? Also, not much informations. IFUNet again. So yeah, we can just try if it works and then see how it performs. And let's jump back to our ComfyUI and create a video. So workflow, image to image, basic video workflow. We can use this. Let's deactivate this first, so that we can generate a nice image. And then when we have that, we activate that to generate the video. And then we copy the result over to the input folder so we can use it in the interpolation workflow that we looked at before. Okay, I was watching this video before, or it was like a music video, and there were like skyscrapers. Oops. Skyscrapers in futuristic city, cyberpunk, flying cars, man standing on a balcony, and pink sunset maybe, and yeah, huge skyscrapers basically. Let's see how this turns out. Let's cue this. Yeah, now we can have a look what's happening here. The model is being loaded, I suspect. Yeah, now it's being loaded. And now it's doing the inference, and there it is. Okay, wow, cool, nice. I like it. It's a little bit too pink. So maybe like this, pink sunset, and I want more flying cars, or you know, flying cars. And also, what else? Like space shuttles, you know, people, like, let's try how this turns out. I mean, we can also just try another seed. Yeah, this is better, but I mean, no, it's not better. It's like, that's weird. Like these UFO kind of things doesn't make so much sense. I like how there's again this man's like lonely kind of standing on the balcony or at the cliff. I think I want more dense skyscrapers, but I already like how they look. They look so so there's so much variation. It's like people have, you know, created their own adaptations to their flats and installed stuff and so on. It's like, it's awesome. Okay, so also let's switch to increment so that we can go back to the previous seed if we like an image in order to get the same image again. So huge skyscrapers, black, not black, but metal or shiny buildings. Let's reduce that even further. It's like too pink, I would say. And more buildings, like dense population. Dense, or just dense, because I don't want more people, I just want more dense city. Like, what else? Like city, how do you call it? The skyline, city skyline, something like this. Let's try it again. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's cool, but still we need some, that's awesome, but we need some moving things so that we can see how the interpolation is doing. So I need some more flying cars. Why is this so hard? Flying cars, flying traffic. Let's add this one and see how it turns out. Okay, yeah, okay. It's it is generating cars now. I'm missing the person, so let's just try. What else? Okay, well, yes, cars there, but in this crop image it's kind of boring, nothing moves. So I think now it's kind of missing out the man, the person that we want in the image too. Oh, that's cool. It's not bad. It's two people, nice surprise. And lightning is hitting the flying car. Okay. Yeah, I'm just checking the YouTube stream page with a chat window, and there's nobody watching at all. I'm fine with that. Yeah. That's okay. So anyways, we want a person here, man standing on a balcony, man in the foreground. Futuristic city. Yeah. Dense city. Dense buildings. Dense buildings. Something like this. I mean, we can also try a different model. Nothing is nothing. I don't like how it's turning out. So let's try this one. Anime. Why not? Let's try the anime thing. Now we need to load a different model. It's happening right now. Oh, wow. Cool. Well, not bad. Yes, that's not bad. Maybe let's add a few steps. But here that was already like looks like some action. So my UI is lagging now a little bit because the GPU is doing so much. Here in this case, well, I think it's too distorted. Flying cars, I mean, how else could you say, like flying vehicles? Maybe that's the problem, like it's cars. I don't need cars actually. Air traffic, and traffic we change that into air traffic, and then we have a spacecraft. Spacecrafts and rockets. Then more futuristic. We need more stuff going on, and less like it doesn't have to look like cars. Well, yes, okay. They are all kind of headed the same way, and they appear there, and there's like these lines. Let's go back, or go to, what else do we have? Ghost makes stream shaper X. This one could be good. And then we don't need 40 steps right away, and I think we can go here to 8. Now here I'm missing this person, obviously. Would be nice to have that person standing there somewhere. Otherwise, yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's a little bit wobbly lines on the building, and they, like these things, they look like almost the same as buildings. It's like here. It doesn't really look like you know, it's too blended with background too much. And oh wow, okay, all right, there we go. Oh, perfect. Now that's perfect. Wow, that's crazy. I love that. I want to crop it slightly differently. Yeah. So that we see his oops, no, I forgot to switch back the seed. So we get a new image now, which is also fine. Wow, I mean, that's what we wanted. And that is also very close Wow, okay, so the Dream Shaper model performs very well. I mean, it's very, you know, hard lines, I would say. So yeah, let's stick to this seed and go up a little bit in the cropping so that we can see the ships. Oops, what was that? Yeah, maybe like this. Okay, let's keep it like this, and then we activate these nodes again. Well, you know, I really like that, but I don't. I think let's look a little bit further, actually, because I don't. You know, I like this, but here it's like we need to see the spaceships, but we also need to see him, and by that we get it so much at the edge, both of it. So I think let's try to. I don't know why I'm not doing this anyways. Like, go to 600 here. This would also speed up our inference, I suppose, and then we don't need to crop so much. Maybe 20. And then let's see what turns out. How it turns out. Yeah, much better. Okay, like the composition is much better. In this case, I don't like this spike. It kind of harms the composition, I would say. So let's try a different seed. Oopsie. The seed before, maybe that one was also good. Pink still influences this image. Okay. How do you like that? I think it's cool, except this second arm, second hand. I mean, this has also a additional hand, maybe. Can we get rid of that additional hand by prompting we want no additional hand? I mean, it's just a very small detail. Well, yeah, it worked. Nice. There's too few. Maybe we need, like, I'd like to see more spacecrafts. And I'd like to see them more between the buildings, so let's see if that helps. Now I like it, but they are all facing us directly, so I imagine there would not be too much movement. Actually, they should be facing sidewards. I like this city skyline in the background there. Let's try a different seed. And then when we found one, we can okay, nice people on the balcony actually. Here another person, but this is like, looks like it's part of the building. Yeah, that's good. We're getting somewhere. Oh wow, I had a I had somebody watching. It's crazy. Okay, cool. I like this, but no person. We want a person. We want a person next to our, or here. We want a person somewhere. So did I click here or not? I did. Oops. Okay, so this is crazy, but the aircraft is too big. Aircraft is too big, so different seed. Ah, yeah. I think the buildings also, they start looking like rockets a little bit. Wow, this is so cool, but there's no guy standing here. And also these are like, look too much like UFOs. We need them flying low. Flying low, maybe something like this. And the man standing on the balcony, that's important. Now we have a man standing on the balcony again, which is cool. And we have a couple of aircrafts, but this one is too big, I would say. Aircrafts, spacecrafts, space shuttles. I think we need to remove space shuttle, because space shuttle is something very specific. And we have spacecrafts instead. Huge spacecrafts flying low. I thought we were waiting for a generation, but apparently not. Forgot to change the seed. Okay, cool. I'm almost sold. I love this. Like, person standing on the balcony, and then there's this kind of spacecraft. I need more spacecrafts. I think many spacecrafts. I mean, that's important. Many spacecrafts, flying vehicles. Like, okay, that's not really what we want. We want loads of tons of spacecrafts. Let's try again. Okay, I mean, still nice. Yeah, I mean, okay, also we didn't change the seat, but here's some issues. This guy is standing outside of the balcony. He's about to fall off, and also we don't have any spacecrafts nearby. It's just like in the distant in the sky, and here these round UFOs somehow. So let's try a different seed. I think we're on a good path here. At some point we will just, you know, be happy enough to proceed with the video generation. Okay, this is cool. But these are too, like, these look weird. They are so connected and they kind of look two-dimensional. So let's try another seed. Yeah, I like this, but again, this one looks like this one, but this one stops, and this one looks like it's, you know, part of the building once again. and this is, I'd like to see more spacecrafts. So let's increase this even more. Many spacecrafts flying around. Flying around. I don't know if I can say something like insects or like birds, like a flock of birds, but yeah, maybe we can try this. No. Let's see if this association changes something. Futuristic city, cyberpunk. Yeah. Okay. It's getting worse because I don't like how the floor looks. It's like too much contrast. This doesn't look realistic anymore. It's like yeah. I think many spacecrafts, I think it's too much like this. Like, look at these spacecrafts. Hello? This looks like crap. So, let's try to go down here again a bit. Maybe let's just remove this. Flying around like a flock of birds is also too much. Skyscrapers. What is wrong about this? Skyscrapers. Then skyscrapers in a futuristic city. Let's try solar punk to get some vegetation. And man standing on a balcony, well, that's important. Also, I like this, no doubt. And then, it doesn't have to be pink actually. Let's remove this, make it easier. Sunset, I think this is nice to have, so, but not as important as many spacecrafts flying around. Huge skyscrapers, we already have that. Shiny buildings, so at sunset. Shiny buildings, glass and metal, dense buildings, city skyline, air traffic. Yeah, man standing. Man in the foreground, that seems to work quite well. And rockets and spacecrafts flying low. Okay, let's try this. And then we can also once again switch to the default, the original Stable Diffusion XL model. Okay, like, okay, I like this. So this is not solar punk. Like, this is not pink anymore. That helps a lot, I guess. And it's, yeah, I would like to see some more trees and trees and vegetation. There's not. No, I would like to see more spacecrafts. I guess it's hard for the neural network to output that. Now the person is not in the foreground. Spacecrafts are facing us.
Ideas and have a hodgepodge philosophy which really is
Okay. Well, spacecrafts passing by. Flying cars passing by. Something like this, and then we go back to the Stable Diffusion XL. Let's see where it goes. getting some lags. Audio is lagging. We are loading the model. So that must mean during the model loading. Is that true? Yeah, I guess. I wonder why it takes so long. Yeah, so we get 100% CPU utilization here. I hope this model isn't interfering on the here. Loading one model. Prompt executed in 60 seconds. Okay. Yeah, I like this. It's a bit unsharp, like a little bit blurred. Let's add that to the... But this is also because, like, in contrast to this Dream Shaper model we were using before, Stable Diffusion, the original SDXL model outputs a more, you know, not as contrasty image as the Dream Shaper model. Okay, I'm missing the man on the balcony.
Ideas. Hodgepodge philosophy, which is
Yeah, I still like it, but where is the man standing on the balcony? I think the other model was better with this man because it was trained like with a bias on images with people. So yeah, I like this one. I also like this one.
ideas. Hodgepodge philosophy, which is very normal.
Let's reorder the elements in our prompt. See how this goes. Yeah. Okay. Let's go with this. There's a person standing there. There's some vegetation. Let's look at the let's look at all our outputs and then just maybe see if we want to go with this or some other one. They are called first frame, so yeah, not this. Oops. Yeah, there's like, oops, we have to skip these, I guess. Okay. And there we are. So, yes, here. Well, honestly, I like this one. Let's go back to the first. The very first image was awesome. I mean, look at this. And we just cut out. But there's not so much spacecrafts here. That was the issue. So we needed more spacecrafts. We got 2 people, and then we got these variations. Remember here we removed the second hand. here's 2 hands, here's only 1. That worked well, I was surprised. And yeah, so no, like here the faces are bad actually. And this was our last one. And this was, let's go with this one. It's perfect. Let's take this one. Awesome. Yeah, let's take this one. So, okay. Decrement. So we have to go 1 up and switch to fixed here. And we activate these nodes, and now we're gonna generate the video based on this image. Actually, yeah, well, it's fine. Like the feet are not visible, but they aren't here either. So, for a second I thought we changed the cropping. Like this. How do I resize this? It's really like awesome. There's one thing that I find strange. If you want to select multiple nodes, you have to click or press Control while dragging. And then when you want to move them, you have to hold Shift in order to move all of them. Otherwise you only move one of them. So the fact that you have to use 2 different keys for, you know, making a selection, I think it would be nice to maybe just use right click for panning and left click for drawing a selection. Something like this. And then when you move a node, you move all nodes that are selected by default. So yeah, the video generation with a resolution of 1024 times 576 and 25 frames. It takes around 200 seconds on my computer. We have a frame per second, like a frame rate of 6 here, which means we should try to multiply that by 4 to get a frame rate of 24 seconds, frames per second, sorry. And yeah, I think like that's important for the next step. Once we have that video, we will start applying all the different interpolation methods, and then maybe if we want to, we can zoom in, slow them down, put them next to each other in order to create a comparison that we can upload on YouTube for people to quickly get an idea like how different models perform. And I think maybe we should also generate some anime video, because some interpolation models are optimized for anime videos. Alright, here's our video, almost there. Ah, we're saving them as images, okay. It looks like it's mainly zooming in. Yeah. That's the video. Haha, lol. David was creating this actually. Yeah, I have one friend using my I'm exposing my ComfyUI through on the internet sometimes. I hide it behind basic authentication. So yeah, I like how this guy moves. I mean, look at the hair and so on, it's a bit blurry. And the spacecrafts or rockets or whatever, like in the middle, at the top, they aren't really moving, they are kind of standing still. Anyways, I like it, but I think I will go for... Let's try to create another one. Maybe also start with a different image. I mean, it's not bad, but yeah, it's cool actually. Yeah. So yeah. Let's replace this with a WebP thing, because then we can load the video later, and we can also rename this into what about video frame interpolation comparison, something like this. And now for now we deactivate that, and we switch to decrement. And we see what other outputs we get that we can try to create a video from. This one, yeah, cool, but you know, what's that? I like the planets, but this one looks not very round. Maybe we have to add pink again. No, that's cool, but too little movement. We need more like spacecrafts, like flying around, spacecrafts passing by. I think passing by, that's like maybe... So where is the spacecraft? And I thought we add fog here. We don't want fog. Yes, okay, that's cool. And here is the man standing on the balcony, maybe. I like the style and everything, but there's no spacecrafts. So spacecrafts passing by. Spacecrafts. Maybe spacecrafts, flying cars, like maybe have both. Yeah, I mean, I like that. That's really cool. I mean, but no spacecrafts. Spacecrafts, flying cars, hoverboards, all this kind of flying vehicle stuff. We want something that moves in order to see how well the interpolation does. Is that the hovercraft? I'm disappointed. Come on, Stable Diffusion, you can do better. Yeah, that's cool. That's not bad. Let's see how this turns out as a video. Decrement, so we go 1 up. Q. So we are generating a video based on this image that is also generated, and then we will apply different types of video frame interpolation to see which model is performing best. So generating a video with a stable video diffusion on my 4060 Ti with 16 GB of VRAM takes around 200 seconds. And the videos are stored as WebP animations, which is like a replacement for GIF, a modern replacement for GIF. WebP is a format that allows to store images, but also multiple frames with certain pauses between the frames. And we can use that WebP result later to load it and then pass it through the video interpolation models. So here's the video now. Okay. Well, it's like a man, and then the background is like, it's nothing is moving, just the background is kind of panning to the left, and I think that's a bit boring. I wonder if we can maybe come up with a different image and then generate a different video. So let's bypass these nodes for a second and just try out a different seed here and see what it brings. Then we can also switch to a different model. Yeah, so I like this. This person is looking like he's walking down this whatever. And I would like to see some more spacecrafts or flying stuff, so that we have more movement and not just panning as we saw in this recent video here. So let's try to use the Stream Shaper XL model, and that takes a moment to load. You can see here we're loading a new model. This is the ComfyUI. This is the ComfyUI output. Crazy. And now we're getting our result in a bit. Well, yes, cool, but where is the person in the front and why are there not many spacecrafts? Many spacecrafts, man standing on a balcony. Ah, maybe we have to write this correctly. So, and what is here? Solar punk. Shouldn't matter too much though. Let's see what the next seed brings. We are almost online or live for an hour. So yeah, let's try with this. It's good. I like it. Maybe this moves or this decrement. So we go up one and activate these. And let's turn that into a video. I'll be right back. Takes like 200 seconds. This is not very good. Because it's not consistent at all. It's like what is happening here? Okay, I mean, wow, I mean, it's not panning like the video before. It's not just panning, but it's so blurred and so hectic, and this platform, which is part of the building, it shouldn't move up and down, so I don't like this at all. Maybe we need more realistic outputs. This has this comic style output, and it could be that stable video diffusion is not working well with that. So let's switch back to the normal stable diffusion. Oh, not turbo, but base. Okay. We accidentally also created this image, this video. So that's why it's so laggy. We have to wait a bit. We have to wait a bit. Yeah, cool. I mean, the image wasn't that good. For example, this guy is taller than all these trees here, which is kind of weird. Again, the flying objects that are actually moving, they are like blurred, weirdly blurred as before, and yeah, so it's kind of cool. This one could be interesting. Oops, don't randomize. Fix. Is this really the same? Oh, oops, I mean, is this... Did it change so much still? Yeah, like changes from here to this man standing on the other side for the same seed, just because of the steps. So maybe let's go back to 20. I was trying to get a bit more, like, more images per second. Yeah, 20, that's better. I'd like to see at which step it changes. 14. And with 10, the person is on the left. Is that correct? Yeah. So, which step changes it? I mean, now it already looks quite differently. And now? And then at some point there, it needs to switch. Now the person is growing taller. And then, shoop, he's on the right side. So yeah, that's interesting. So let's see some other outputs. Interesting, but you know, huge. Interesting. 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 Looks like a backpacker. Quite muscular. Yeah. Maybe we need to add something like afterburner or something like this. Exhaust gas afterburner to imply more movement. This is interesting. Oh no, the person disappeared. And it became so comic stylish. Why is that? Maybe 57 is too much. Why would the person disappear? Man standing on a balcony, that is like the first thing in our prompt. Ah, okay, I get it. I mean, at least now we're decrementing, so this is obviously a different output. Because now the seed had decremented again. Aha, hoverboard. Somebody on a hoverboard. So we get a hoverboard at least. Hey. Work. Yeah, this is like, it's cool, but not exactly what we want. Maybe we have to step away from this solar punk again. I really like solar punk, but the outputs, not sure. Also, maybe we have to put pink back into the prompt and remove the solar punk. Cyberpunk. We want cyberpunk. That's the thing. Maybe we also want like a bit of a different angle. Frog angle, do you say this? Or is it like frog perspective? Or does it low angle shot? Okay, in German it's Froschperspektive, which is frog perspective. Is that the frog? Maybe low angle. Because I don't like this boring thing, boring perspective. Spacecrafts, where are you? And you know, I mean, I'm doing 49 iterations. Why do I get stuff like this? I mean, why is it so... Why does it have these artifacts here? The green and red, for example. I don't understand. I mean, yeah, this is like the glowiness because he's sitting in front of the sun, but why here? Like, it's like, not sure. Maybe it's too many steps. Maybe we can try like a different one here, different scheduler, different sampler. No, not good. Maybe I would need to adapt something else too, but this is definitely not good. It's like not accurate. It's worse. There's these. Well, this is not bad. What is these? This Hoin PP, for example. Samplers. What are samplers? That's what we are asking us to. Predicted noise. Dish, 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 dish. So it's like subtracting the noise, step by step generating the image. Noise predictor, noise subtracted from the image. Denoising is called sampling. Sampler or sampling method. Noise, so we get rid of a lot noise and then get rid of few little more and like less and less noise. Hoin. Euler R does not converge because it adds some noise in every step. And Euler converges. K diffusion. Okay, what are the diffusion probabilistic model solver? Yeah, not bad. We still get these trees. We don't want them anymore for this. For this image. Like in general we like trees and plants, but in this one, for this project we don't want trees and plants. Ooh, I'm getting a bit tired. Well, it has this comic style once again. And look at that, looks like this rocket is exploding. So this sampler, I think it takes a much longer time than the the usual one. We read somewhere that LMS is supposed to be just as fast as Euler, but faster. So yeah, there's a cat and a dude. Damn it, that's great. We take this one, activate these nodes, and then we generate the video for this one. I hope to see some movement here. There's a cat, I mean, that's awesome. I hope it stays a cat and doesn't turn into a pot of plants or something. And should be some movement at least. And maybe we get some zoom or similar to here. Yeah, and then we can try the different video frame interpolation models that Novell 16 interpolation pack, node pack, ComfyUI node pack. Where is the music? There it is. Almost there. Now the decoding. And there we are. Cool. And it is a cat still. So yeah. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. So, what we're doing now is we look at our output and we have the VFI comparison here. So we move all the VFI comparison all of them, we move them into input. And then we load another workflow. First we save this one. We save it as basic video workflow, but webp save. And now we load the video interpolate workflow, and this is very short, obviously. And there we can just select our maybe we need to refresh here. Yes, now we can see here our VFI videos. And now, well, we have 4 videos. This one is not, you know, not of interest. This one, so 3 videos. They all look a little bit like a little bit like animated or so, not photorealistic, I would say. And so yeah, and here for example we have the RIFE VFI, and then we call that RIFE comparison fear. Is this video fear? And then this one is RIFE. And it will also be a WebP, which is okay, but like it's good to see it. Oh no, it saves images, which is great. That is what we want. We want images because when we want to put them together with FFmpeg, we don't want to have so we can also additionally save the WebP things in order to get a preview here. But for further processing, we want to keep them as images because FFmpeg cannot decode animated WebP. That's it. Okay, so right here we just click start, I guess. We want to keep the multiplier set to 4 because we have 6 frames per second and we want to end up with 24, so times 4 frames per second. Scale factor, not sure, I keep it to 1. I guess it's like during the processing you could probably scale it down or so to make it faster. So RIFE, yeah, that one was recommended, this one or this one, so yeah, we can take this one too, but let's keep it 47, and then we interpolate it. Okay, now this is taking ages. I'm wondering if something went wrong. Because the VFI is done. But, you know, we are stuck here. Which is kind of weird. The VFI was quite fast. But now that worked too. Yeah, I guess, you know, it's just a lot of images. I mean, it's 24 times 4 and all these images want to be compressed. Or, you know, they don't want to be, but they are being compressed. Here, these images. That was faster than this, so maybe we can throw this out. And then what we could do also is we could, you know, use all of them in parallel. So here you can see, now this is, we could have set frames per second to something higher here now. So instead of 6 we could have put 24 and then we would have like the same speed but more frames than the original video. And well, so I think what I'm going to do now is I'm gonna go through all the different models we have here and put them into the workflow. So GMFSS. GMFSS. There you go. Multiplier 4. And so where P 24. Do we still want to store both? Not sure, not sure. Can we duplicate this? Yeah, we can actually. Cool. So, oops. So, yeah. One. Duplicate. Duplicate. Messages. So images, image. What else do we have? We have Ethernet. Oopsie, that's something else. So let's keep it in the same order. So RIFE comes somewhere in the middle. Yeah, so I told you. Control for selecting more than one and Shift for moving them around all together. So EFRnet whatever, Zux. And the same. Oopsie, connect that node and Alt for copying a node, multiplier 4, and here we copy that node too, and yes. Aha, and instead of RIFE, of course, we want to put down we want to call it GMFSS. Same here, GMFSS. And yeah, maybe we want to remove the 4 file name prefix. Damn. Can we turn that into a string and then just, you know, concat conditioning, concat string. I think it would be nice to, you know, use the file name here somehow, or, you know, have a string constant here. So let's see if we can download some kind of nodes string ComfyUI variables string format. Concat ComfyUI string tools. Nah, not what we want. We want simple string concatenation. So yeah, I think format date times, integer caster, multi-line string, truncate string. I think this is more or less what we want. I have no idea, like I would like to see a comparison or so. Yeah, we have to restart our ComfyUI. Let's see if this is reconnecting, adding, looks good. We still get our logs, and there we are again. And now we can maybe string, oops, string, come on, text or what? Text, concat. We downloaded the thing that's something that I really dislike. I mean, how the fuck am I going to figure out how these fucking nodes are called? Like, I installed this package, and then what? The search function here is so bad. It said concat in the, or maybe I need to refresh. Okay, yeah. So sorry. Young concatenate string, truncate string, string, multi-line string, GMFSS. I'm not happy with this because I don't want a multi-line string, I just want a string. I don't know if I'm concatenating stuff, will this have like add a new line or not. String, I just want a string, just a string, not a multi-line string. So yeah, I hope if I don't have a multi-line here, the concatenation will not add any separator, also not a new line. So in this case, let's do, we want two different ones. Concatenate Let's just save the images. It's like it saves us some time too. So we convert this into B, and now we convert this like this, maybe. Or replace a regex. I think regex would be nice. Regex. No. Good. It's fine. Let's just do it like this. We can do glob with FFmpeg later. So yeah, we concatenate this one. Save image. Save images. And then A optional. String, and here we say can we rename this? No. Okay, so now better. Here our second one, same thing. We don't want that anymore. Instead we want that, and we wanna concatenate. I wish there was a way to copy this one too, but it's just, I mean, I copied the connection here, but I don't think it's possible. Could be better. Just like in OpenVCV reg. So this goes to B, and then this goes to them. Yeah, we can keep it closer like this. This goes to A, and then this goes to file name prefix. Boof. So, and this is called IFRNet. The next one, IFUNet. The next one is IFUNet. IFUNet. So we do everything else, we just copy IFUNet. Oops, no new line, please. Be careful. We copy this one. This is A. This is B. Well, this is also bad, right? It replaces always the first one, even if there's 3 ones. Not sure if I can update my ComfyUI and whether there's also already like improvements on this. Maybe. Okay, so I'm gonna bring that up too. I'm gonna remove this one. And well, this is yeah, save images, but do you have to preview them? Is there any way to not preview them? Or just display one like this? That's fine too. I don't like, I think after 3 I should run it once, because it could be that it's not working because it tries to display 96 images, frames at the same time on like the preview images there. So I will now connect this with frames, multiplier 4, and then we want to copy this one. This is nice that this stays. Cool. So RIFE net. Okay, and we can now disable Hubler. Well, let's copy these things too for this one. RIFE string convert to widget, convert widget to input, whatever. And yeah, now, oh, I got an invitation again from this Christ stuff. Okay, and I wanted to bypass these, well, all of them please, all of them bypass. Whew, that's like, it's like, yeah, I mean, here, impossible, almost impossible to grab that little triangle, and there's no feedback. My cursor does not change when I'm hovering. Okay, so bypass all these nodes. Thank you. And now we run this. I can hear my GPU making scratchy noises. This takes longer than the nerf. I can already say that. It would be nice to have nodes that measure time. They should be able to take in anything, and they output time start. Okay, I think it works if I click 1. And here again I can hear my GPU. So yeah, I think we can continue this way. The next model is M2M. So M2M, M2M, multiplier 4, and concatenate strings and save image. String B, string A. Please come closer. Images goes here, images goes here, file name, oops, file name goes here. M2M. And then, oops, not here, but different workspace. RIFE, we have that. And then film. Next one is film. Well, it's not perfect. Ugh. And now this happens, and you cannot do Control Z. So edit group, remove, and then film. Film. Frames, don't bypass, also don't bypass. Here too, don't bypass. And string A, string B, oh. String A, string. All right. So the next one is sepconf. Yeah, so sepconf, also set it to 4, forgot that here. And here I forget to say it's film. And here sepconf. And now copy this one. String, second input, image here. And now this one, image there, string there. I'm getting good, faster. Select this, bring it down a bit. Select those, bring it down a bit. And what is the next model? AMT. AMT. So AMT. And we copy this one, we get the image, we get the string, we put the string into the second one, and then copy this one, and image, string, and then 4. Next time, next one. I think this one and this one, they aren't, these aren't what we want. Like, these aren't upscalers. just some kind of nodes. But this one is STM-FNet, and that I think one already broke, like one didn't work on my computer for some reason. It could be this one. Oh, yeah, so here, for example, it seems like you cannot change the multiplier. Well, yes, you can. Oh no, you can't. See, look at this. Stays 2. Here you can go 5, 6, whatever. 3. But here, even if I override it with 5 and I try to go 1 up, it resets to 2. So I think there's a limit. We won't use this one. What about flavor? Ah, yeah, can only do 2 times interpolation for now. This is like, okay, so we skip those 2. And with that, I would say we can run it. But as nobody's watching, I'm gonna do this. No. So instead of the 4, let's see, the 2 wasn't very good. The 3 was interesting because you could, you know, judge how there was some movement. This one was bad too because it just was a pan, but here it was like we were flying. There was some movement. So let's take this one. This is a 3. And well, should work. Let's queue that shit. And here we should see VFI comparison, and we should get a new folder here soon. Let's look at the 4. Oh, all of them landed here. So the string concatenation doesn't work. Fuck this. Really? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm taking this back. I mean, it did work. Yeah, it all was meant to land in the same folder because it's like the folder 4. So, fine. Yeah, it's running. We're already here. Third thing. This takes ages, downloading these images to the browser and then storing them in the RAM or whatever. I'm wondering, why do I have only 22.2 gigabytes of RAM? That's weird. I know I have 32. Maybe something is broken. Or I don't know. Okay, great. So in the next step I'm going to create videos from so we have this new folder 3 here now. In the next step I'm going to create videos from these things, one for each interpolation method. And then, well, look, this for example is bad. It's really bad. It's behaving bad. The first one was nice. And maybe then I will zoom in or so. And yeah. And then you can compare them. Thanks for watching. You too.